noticed yourself connecting less with Taylor Swift lately? Like maybe her songs don't hit like they used to, or it feels like her story's a little stuck. That doesn't mean you've changed for the worse. It might just mean you're growing. And that's worth talking about. Hi, I'm Tracy. Let's think through this together. Why outgrowing the icons we once admired might mean we're stepping into who we were meant to be. Taylor is still wildly successful. Sold out stadiums, Forbes list, the Eras tour, but some cracks are starting to show. She was booed at the 2024 and the 2025 Super Bowls. Fans online are starting to talk about Swiftie fatigue, and she hasn't won any awards at the recent shows. She's still crazy talented, but it raises a question. When someone's story stops growing, do we start to outgrow it? And here's the thing. If this feels familiar, you're not alone. Because when you start to grow and mature, you also start noticing what no longer fits. Part of Taylor's appeal was always how she leaned into femininity. She sang about heartbreak and romance and deep longing. But when you look closer, her personal story doesn't really match. She's in her mid-30s, no children, just a series of, albeit good-looking celebrity boyfriends, and a series of sad breakups. Being single in your 30s is not a flaw, but we do have to ask ourselves if we're working on building the life we want, or if we're just creating the same stories over and over. And are we brave enough to step into a new chapter when the old one feels worn out? If her music feels out of step with you lately, you're not alone. Here are 4 signs you're growing and why that's good. Number 1, you don't crave public drama anymore. You don't rehash your pain on social media or talk about it endlessly with your friend group. No, you keep your pain private and you focus on real healing because all that public drama, well, it's just exhausting. Number 2, you want steady love, not just spark. You choose consistency and trust over chaos because spark is fun, chaos can be exciting, but trust and love is what lasts. Number 3, you're redefining success. Attention doesn't impress you anymore. Peace does. You're drawn to quiet confidence and real accomplishment, not loud approval. And 4th, and most importantly, you're thinking about legacy. You want to build something that lasts, not just chase the next thrill. And you start thinking about what your life will mean years from now. If any of that felt familiar, you're not alone. In fact, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know how you're growing, or if you feel like you're outgrowing some of Taylor's lyrics. And if this kind of honest conversation resonates with you, go ahead and subscribe. There's more where this came from. For years, pop culture glamorized chaos. But women now are realizing that stability, maturity, and rootedness are the real wins. And look, I'm not here to judge Taylor Swift or any other celebrity. It's not about their story. It's about building your life and your story. And making that choice is powerful because no one can make it for you. I remember the night I realized I'd moved on from the breakup anthems of my 20s. I was sitting alone in the dark, rocking my baby girl, listening to a song I used to love, and suddenly it didn't have any meaning for me anymore. I think I had grown past it. I was becoming someone new, and I actually liked her better. And I wondered, what if we stopped looking for someone else to sing our story and started writing our own? You don't have to live in a story that no longer fits. Growing up doesn't make you boring. It makes you whole. Look, Taylor's story is hers, but you can start to write a story that feels like you, that feels like home. Do you still relate to Taylor Swift, or are you noticing a shift? Let me know in the comments. And if you have a friend who's moving into building mode in her life, pass this episode along. And if you want more thoughtful takes on culture and womanhood, please subscribe. Because growing up isn't losing who you are, it's finding her. But there's another reason so many of us are feeling restless with pop culture, and it might surprise you. It's my hottest take yet, and it has nothing to do with Taylor. Click to watch my latest episode that you might hate or love about why we're all outgrowing our addiction to self-help. Coming up next, the self-help lie that's holding women back.